Coming up today on News Valdosta, police make progress in solving an armed robbery at VSU.
And a Leesburg woman is thrown from her car from not paying attention to the road.
Fallon Samaj will give us a look at the weather, and Shelby Mitchell has our local sports. News Valdosta starts right now.
Welcome to this Thursday edition of News Valdosta. I'm Courtney Chickas.
And I'm Monica Alexander. One man is in jail today and another is still being sought in the robbery of a VSU student at a campus bank machine 2 weeks ago. City police arrested 17-year-old Michael Deshaun Humphrey and charged him with armed robbery, kidnapping, and burglary in connection with the October 3rd event. Police say Humphrey was one of two men who pulled a gun on the VSU student as he was walking in the 1500 block of Patterson Street. When they learned the student had no money, reporters say Humphrey forced the student to open up his Mary Street home.
Then one of the two men fled with items stolen from the home, while the other forced the student to withdraw money from a campus ATM. When police searched for the gunman, they found another man who said he had been robbed by two gunmen about an hour earlier. Police say this case is still under investigation and that they're searching for a tall, slender African-American male. They're asking anyone with information in this case to contact them.
Congress finally passed legislation late last night avoiding a threatened national default and ending a 16-day partial government shutdown. The House and Senate agreed to the strict terms set by President Obama when the twin crisis began. The shutdown initially affected 8,000 workers, but that number soon fell to about 3,000 after Congress agreed to let furloughed Pentagon employees return to work. Even so, the agreement will only fund the government through January 15 and postpones the debt ceiling deadline until February 15. So this may not be completely over with.
North Florida resident Rebecca Sedgwick committed suicide last month after being tormented online. Authorities say two girls accused of bullying the 12-year-old have now been charged with stalking her. Investigators say Sedgwick was tormented online and at the school by as many as 15 girls before she climbed a tower at an abandoned concrete plant and jumped to her death. She is one of many in the past 3 years that were affected by cyberbullying.
A Leesburg native was behind the wheel of a Chevy Trailblazer and using her cell phone yesterday when she ran off U.S. Highway 19. Investigators say she overcorrected her steering wheel and rolled over several times. She was thrown out of the SUV and was rushed to the hospital where she is recovering this morning. The woman's medical condition has not been released.
State leaders are urging drivers to watch out for farm vehicles on the roads during harvest season. Georgia's Yield Behind the Wheel initiative aims to educate drivers to share the road. Officials say farmers and drivers need to work together to reduce the number of crashes on the road.
A Worth County father arrested over a Facebook post is now apologizing. Jorbs Phillips posted a picture of Wyatt Arab, the cowboy, holding a gun with a comment stating that he was coming to the school his son attends. Phillips posted a threat to all the faculty and teachers that worked at the school and was arrested. Phillips was charged with making terroristic threats and with possession of a firearm by a convicted felon. The case will begin trial next week.
Police are searching for a man they say robbed an East Albany restaurant at gunpoint late Tuesday. A man entered a Subway sandwich shop and demanded all the money from the cash register. Investigators say the man was about 6 feet tall, slender, and wearing a black hoodie. If you have any information on the robbery, you're urged to call Albany Crime Stoppers.
Coming up, a Sylvester native gets a special gift for her birthday this year.
And a bank raises money to fight breast cancer. We'll have these stories and more when we come back.
A single ember that escapes from a wildfire can travel more than a mile. That single ember can ignite and destroy your home or even your community. You can't control where that ember will land, only what happens when it does. Get Fire Adapted now at fireadapted.org.
I got my MBA online at VSU. As a working mom who travels on business, I needed an MBA program that fit my schedule and allowed me to balance both my work and home life. VSU's Web MBA was perfect. I was able to spend time with my family in the evenings and then complete my assignments. My MBA is one of my greatest accomplishments. It was hard work, but I would do it again in a heartbeat. Don't wait. Start your MBA today.
Welcome back to News Valdosta.
A little girl's generosity is helping homeless animals in Sylvester. Mallory Berger just turned 9. Instead of a birthday party and presents, she asked her friends and family to help Best Friends Humane Society in Worth County. Mallory spent about 2 weeks collecting the donations, and she delivered the 28 bags of cat and dog food to the shelter Tuesday afternoon.
Albany State University President Everett J. Freeman has been president of ASU since 2005. Now he says he'll step down from his position on October 31st. Freeman has been named new president of the Community College of Denver in Denver, Colorado. Officials say information on the appointment of the interim president will be announced at a future date.
Classes are back in session today at Mitchell County High School after a major water main broke on Tuesday. The water break flooded half of the school with nearly 1 million gallons of water and gave students some free days from school. The water poured into hallways and classrooms, causing an undetermined amount of damage. Crews were busy cleaning up yesterday, and the school's East Wing will still not be available for classes just yet. Students were given instructions on where to go as they arrived at school this morning.
An Albany bank is working to fight breast cancer and has already raised roughly $3,000 for the cause. Flint Community Bank is selling bracelets designed by local jewelers, along with t-shirts and ribbons in observance of Breast Cancer Awareness Month. Workers also decorated the bank in honor of those affected by the disease. They hope to raise $10,000 by the end of the month. All proceeds from the fundraiser will go to the Cancer Coalition of South Georgia.
Up next on News Valdosta, Fallon Stamaj gives us a look at the weather.
And Shelby Mitchell will bring us the best in sports. All this and more when we come back, so stay with us.
Today is Saturday. Today is Saturday. Yeah. Salad on Saturday, fruit on Friday, throw a ball Thursday. Water Wednesday, touch your toes Tuesday. Let's move Monday, sparkle snacks Sunday. All the healthy children eat well and move a lot. And move a lot. And move a lot. Eat well and move a lot.
60 minutes of physical activity a day and eating well can help get your child healthy. So keep them active and eating well every day.
Skip a rope Saturday, freeze tag Friday, tap dance Thursday. Whole grains Wednesday, try a veggie Tuesday. Let's move Monday, split the sweet Sunday.
Eat well and move a lot.
Today is Saturday. Yeah. Today is Saturday.
All the healthy children, all the healthy children. Get ideas. Get involved. Get going at letsmove.gov. That's letsmove.gov.
Welcome back to News Valdosta. I'm Lanika Alexander.
And I'm Courtney Chickas.
The weather certainly has been nice, but we had quite a bit of fog this morning. Let's check in with weather anchor Fallon Stamaj and see if that'll be back tomorrow. Fallon?
Thanks, Lanika. Taking a look at your local weather for today, we've had some cool mornings the past 2 days, but don't let those cool temperatures fool you. We will be seeing some warmer weather later today with an expected high of 87 degrees and clear skies with no chance of rain. Tonight, we can expect those cool temperatures to return with an expected low of 65 degrees and still no chance of rain. Tomorrow will look a lot like today, but with 30% chance of rain. We can expect cool temperatures in the morning, but then a high of 84 degrees. The predicted UV index for today is 6, which is very high. Be sure to take precautionary measures when outdoors by applying plenty of sunscreen if you are planning to be in direct sunlight for an extended period of time. When choosing sunscreen, Dr. Shannon Trotter, professor of dermatology at Ohio University, recommends using sunscreen that provides chemical protection and those offering physical defense against the sun's rays. You can find this information by looking at the label. Also, the Centers for Disease Control and Prevention recommends using a broad-spectrum sunscreen that protects against UVA and UVB sun rays and has an SPF of at least 15. Remember, sunscreen should be applied 15 minutes before going outdoors, and don't forget to apply sunscreen to your lips. As for the pollen count, it is extremely high in grass, ragweed, and tree pollen. So for all you allergy sufferers out there, please take the necessary precautions so you too can enjoy the weather outdoors. Sneezing might not be the only symptoms of a cold. Sometimes it's an allergic reaction to something in the air. 35 million Americans are suffering from upper respiratory systems that are allergic reactions to airborne pollen. Pollen allergy, commonly called hay fever, is one of the most chronic problems for people with allergies. So if you're suffering from sneezing, coughing, or itchy eyes, please consult your local allergy doctor to see if you suffer from allergies. Well, that's all I have for the weather forecast. I'm your weather woman, Fallon Stamaj. Now let's go back to Courtney and Lanika at the news desk.
Coming up next, sports anchor Shelby Mitchell gives us a rundown on local sports, so don't go away.
There are a million places you'd never consider texting. So why would you do it while driving? Leave risky driving to the professionals. Stop the texts, and together we can stop the wrecks.
Welcome back. Let's see what's happening in the world of local sports with sports anchor Shelby Mitchell. What's going on, Shelby?
Thanks, Lanika. Last night, members from the Atlanta Falcons tailgate team made a visit to shoppers at the Publix in Baytree Village. The famous Freddie Falcon and 2 Atlanta Falcons cheerleaders were among the tailgate team present to take pictures with local fans and raffle off tickets to the upcoming Falcons game against the Seattle Seahawks at the Georgia Dome. The Falcons tailgate team is a mobile marketing campaign that visits 90 Publix locations throughout Georgia and Alabama to inspire fans to rise up. If you happen to miss this event, don't worry. Members of the Falcons will also make an appearance at the Valdosta Mall tomorrow. Friday night will be a busy night on the football field. After the Lowndes Vikings beat crosstown rival Valdosta Wildcats 3-0 in the lowest scoring Wintersville Classic in the rivalry's 45-year history at home last Friday, the Vikings will travel to Douglas to face the Coffee County Trojans in a Region 1 6A game. Kickoff is set for 8 p.m. at Jardine Stadium. After a few weeks away from their home stadium, the Valdosta Wildcats will return to Bazemore-Hyder Stadium to face the Blue Devils of Tift County. The Wildcats are hoping to redeem themselves from last weekend's upsetting loss against the Vikings. The Valwood Valiants have had a great season thus far. The undefeated teams hope to continue their successful season as they travel to Camilla to face the Wildcats of Westwood High School. In cross-country news, both Valdosta High School and Valdosta Middle School cross-country teams are back in action this weekend. The Valdosta Wildcats will compete Saturday in the Yellow Jacket Cross Country Invitational at Greenwood Plantation in Thomasville. This meet will prepare the Wildcats for the Region 1 6A meet scheduled at Freedom Park on October 31st. After a successful finish of first place out of 12 teams last weekend at the Tift Invitational, Valdosta Middle School's cross-country team will finish out their season on Saturday as they compete in the Georgia State Middle School Cross-Country Championship in Cochran. That's a look at your local sports. Back to you at the news desk.
When we come back, we'll take a look at your local YMCA to see what they have in store for this evening.
And the 9th annual Southeast Band Competition is coming up Saturday. Stay tuned.
When you throw away money on wasted electricity, you're throwing away everything you could have bought with it. Saving energy saves you money. Learn more at energysavers.gov.
Welcome back again. Supporters are asking you to join the Valdosta Lowndes County Family YMCA for its 25th annual YMCA Golf Tournament tonight in Kinderloo Forest Golf Club. This event has become an annual favorite of area golfers with profits benefiting the United Way annual campaign. This event will begin at 5 p.m. For more information, visit ValdostaYMCA.org.
And there's another important event tonight. The Valdosta Lowndes County Chamber of Commerce will host its annual business showcase, sponsored by First American Health Group and many local businesses. This event is open to the entire business community at the Rainwater Conference Center tonight from 5 to 7.
The 9th annual Battle of the Border will take place Saturday at Martin Stadium. Bands from across 3 states will compete in the premier marching band contest in the Southeast. Gates open at 11 a.m. and the first band performs in preliminary competition at noon. The top 8 bands will compete in the finals beginning at 7 p.m. Thanks for watching News Valdosta. I'm Lanika Alexander.
And I'm Courtney Chickas. Thank you for watching. We'll see you next time.